The courtroom is quiet, except for the gentle whir of the air conditioner, the only sound that breaks the silence. Opposite each other, Kody Brown, the formerly proud father of the Sister Wives clan, and across from him, Christine, the woman who had the guts to leave. But today, she's not there to leave. She's there to fight. And what she's going to share might tear down everything the Brown family ever established. Before we get started, think hard. If you were Christine, would you battle for the truth or leave the madness forever? Let me know in the comments below, because at the end of this tale, your response could be different. It is a drizzly morning in Flagstaff, Arizona. The steps of the courthouse shine very slightly from the rain this morning. There is a gathering, cameras clicking, microphones poised. Reporters hush about the Sister Wives trial of the decade. Nobody thought this family, once bound by faith and love, would end up here, in a fight that could redefine all they had come to stand for. The doors open. Christine enters, dressed in a plain navy blue dress. Her face is serene, but her eyes reveal something else. Decades of heartache, manipulation, and quiet suffering reside behind the expression. She's not here for revenge. She's here for freedom, not hers alone, but for her children's. Kody trails behind, his jaw clenched, his trademark curls cut close in a gesture to denote authority. Robin is behind him, holding a tiny silver cross pendant, her eyes scanning widely, nervous, as if the world is poised to judge her as well. The bailiff calls the court to order. The judge, a serious woman with a wealth of family court experience, raises an eyebrow as she scans the file. Brown versus Brown, she announces. Custody and financial misconduct. There is a hush. Christine breathes deeply. Her attorney, a keen, unflappable woman named Angela, whispers something that causes Christine's lips to quiver, not out of fear but determination. Kody smirks weakly across the aisle. He is sure. He thinks the court will look upon him as the victim of a media frenzy, a husband victimized by celebrity and envy. But what the court isn't aware of yet is that Christine has evidence. And once revealed, nobody in that courtroom, not even Kody, will ever look at her in the same way. The judge starts. Mrs. Brown, your lawyer can go ahead with opening statements. Angela moves forward, the echoes of her heels reverberating in the hushed room. Your Honor, she starts, this case isn't about religion. It's not about celebrity. It's about power. My client lived for years under emotional manipulation, gaslighting, and economic exploitation disguised as spiritual leadership. Kody reacts, noticeably agitated. Christine refuses to glance in his direction. She's looking ahead, intently at a place on the judge's bench, breathing calmly. Angela goes on. We will have records of communications, statements, and transactions which indicate intentional manipulation, including money intended for their children's future, diverted into secret accounts without Christine's approval. The audience stirs. Even the judge's face sharpens a fraction. Kody's attorney, a silver-haired gentleman with a smooth drawl, stands up right away. Your Honor, the defense will demonstrate that these accusations are not just hyperbolic but retaliatory. Mrs. Brown has a history of emotional volatility after leaving a consensual plural marriage. This is not a matter of misconduct, it's a matter of remorse. Christine exhales, shuddering slightly. It's not about the money. It's about the years of silence. Sometimes silence is your most piercing scream, and today Christine's silence is cracking. The first witness summoned, Janelle. She comes to the stand hesitantly, her face torn. She knows both parties. She's witnessed Kody's rage, Christine's hurt, Robin's tears. She's been a bridge between them all, and now she's being asked to take sides. The attorney questions, Mrs. Brown, describe Kody's behavior towards Christine in the final years of their marriage. Janelle's gaze flicks to Kody, then Christine. She breathes slowly. Controlling, she says after a moment. He didn't hit her, but he knew how to make her feel small. He would tell her that she was ungrateful, that leaving would curse the family, that no one would believe her. Kody's fists clench beneath the table. Robin reaches across and grabs his arm, speaking softly, but he doesn't react. Angela nods. Did you ever see money mishandled? Janelle swallows hard. Yes. There was money from TLC that Christine never saw. Kody said it was for the family trust. But there was no trust. The judge leans forward slightly. You're saying there was fraud involved with income? Janelle nods again. Yes, Your Honor. The air in the courtroom seems to thicken. Every breath feels like a weight. Porters write furiously. Just when you think you have the person who's lying figured out, someone's quietness begins to ring like guilt. The judge orders a brief recess. Crowd erupts into whispers. Christine goes outside and breathes in the cold. Cameras flash once more, but she doesn't react. She slumps against a pillar, her eyes moist but firm. Kody arrives a few minutes later, accompanied by his lawyer and Robin. He's angry, the kind of anger that seethes beneath suppressed calm. He passes Christine in silence, but they exchange a glance. For an instant, it's as though the last decade plays out in silence. The love, the trust, the gradual disintegration. Christine says in a low voice, as if speaking to herself. You can't control the truth, Kody. He spins, voice hard but low. You think this courtroom will keep you safe? You have no concept of what I've withheld from them. Christine stiffens. What do you mean? He grins, advances, and leans in close. You'll soon see. And suddenly, the tension realigns. Because now Christine isn't the sole keeper of secrets. There is a truth in every courtroom, but there are some that are intended to annihilate. Courtroom is filled once more when recess ends. The gentle hum of conversations from the audience grows quieter as the bailiff asks for quiet. Kody sits back down, his expression calm but his eyes, hard and calculating. Christine sits opposite him, fingers interwoven tightly, knuckles white. Something has shifted in the room. Everyone senses it. Kody's lawyer stands up, a small smile twisting his lips. Your Honor, he says suavely, the defense would like to offer new evidence, communications which will reveal Mrs. Brown's real reasons. Christine's lawyer immediately stands up. Objection. We have not been informed of this material. The judge's eyes narrow. Mr. Hale, is this evidence newly discovered? Yes, Your Honor, Kody's lawyer answers. Discovered this morning. Christine's chest tightens. Her heart speeds up. She glances at Kody. He's looking straight ahead, tranquil, nearly smug. The judge exhales. Go ahead. But admissibility is my call. Mr. Hale opens a file and starts displaying text messages on the screen. They're between Christine and a man. His name is James, an old family friend from Utah. Gasps circulate throughout the room. The messages come across as friendly, emotional, personal, but not overt. Nonetheless, the implication is evident. Kody's representatives are nudging toward adultery. Christine's attorney rises. Your Honor, this is character assassination. But Kody's attorney continues, reading one aloud. You make me feel seen again. Like I matter. The room falls silent. Christine's breath hitches. The moment is intolerable. The rumor-mongering in the gallery becomes louder. Christine stands abruptly. That's not what you think it is, she exclaims, her voice shaking yet resolute. James is a friend, someone I spoke to when Kody would no longer speak to me. That's not an affair, that's survival. The judge holds up her hand. Mrs. Brown, sit down. Christine's eyes brim with tears as she settles back in her seat. Kody does not glance in her direction. He is winning, or at least he thinks so. Occasionally, the truth does not hurt because it is a lie, it hurts because it is distorted. Side, during the brief recess, the reporters are merciless. Christine, did you have an affair? Kody, do you think Christine cheated on the family? Kody performs for the cameras. I just want the truth, he says, his voice thick with manufactured sincerity. I loved her. I gave her everything. But she changed. Christine looks on from within, behind the glass doors, her hands trembling. Her lawyer puts a hand on her shoulder. They're playing dirty, Angela whispers. But we'll strike back harder. Are you ready to tell them what really happened? Christine nods, tears glistening in her eyes. Yes. I'm done being quiet. When court resumes, Angela stands. Your Honor, the defense wants to talk about betrayal? Let's talk about deceit. Let's talk about control. The lights in the courtroom feel harsher now. Every sound echoes. Angela points to Christine. Mrs. Brown spent years living in a home where her liberty was controlled by Kody's dictate. She was instructed what to dress in, where to reside, when to smile at cameras. This is no marriage, it's a deal based upon fear. The judge scoots forward. Do you have proof of this supposed control? Angela nods. We do. Exhibit 14. Projector clicks back on. This one is a recording. A secret one. The date, 2019. Projector displays Kody walking back and forth in a darkened living room. Christine is sitting on the sofa, her head down, silent. Kody's voice echoes through the room. You think leaving me will set you free? You'll crawl back when no one else wants you. You're nothing without this family, Christine. Nothing. Gasps fill the air. Kody stands rigid. Robin covers her face. The judge is observing carefully. Was the recording made legally? Yes, Your Honor, Angela replies. It was made by Christine in her own living room. She felt threatened. Kody's attorney complains. Your Honor, this is coercion. This recording does not depict context, but it's too late. Christine is staring at Kody. You made me think I was worth nothing, she mutters to herself. But now the world can see what you really are. And in an instant, the courtroom turns on him, the hunter hunted. The judge demands restraint. This court will not accept outbursts, she says sternly, yet even she cannot conceal the surprise ringing in her words. Kody sinks back, his facade shattered. Cameras see it all, the man who used to own every story losing control, frame by frame. As the trial goes on, Robin suddenly rises. Your Honor, she whispers, may I say something? The judge blinks. You're not scheduled to be a witness, Mrs. Brown. I know. But I can't be quiet anymore. Tension rises. Even Kody turns, frightened. Robin, don't, he whispers. She glances at him, her face shaking between love and shame. No, Kody. They need to know. The judge nods hesitantly. You may say a few words. Robin faces the room. Her voice trembles as she starts. When Christine left, I said everyone that she betrayed the family. But that's not true. She was breaking. We all were. Kody wasn't the same man. He wasn't safe. Kody's eyes grow wide with shock. Robin! She goes on, crying freely. He used us against one another. Whenever one of us would try to leave, he'd tell us God would punish us. I thought he was right. But it wasn't God talking. It was Kody. A murmur of shock sweeps through the room. The judge waves for quiet, but it's pandemonium now, journalists typing, editors whispering. Christine gazes at Robin, speechless. For years, there's never been anything but anger in her eyes. Only now, for once, is there merely sadness. Perhaps even forgiveness. When the truth finally comes out of the mouths of strangers, that's when the narrative begins to shift. Kody's attorney insists on having Robin's testimony stricken from the record, but the judge denies it. Her words describe the atmosphere of this marriage, she says. They remain. Kody buries his face in his hands. For a man who took pride in being in control, everything is falling apart, too fast for him to keep up. Then suddenly, his attorney leans forward and whispers something to him, sliding over a fresh document on the table. Kody looks at it, and for the first time today, he smiles again. A dangerous smile. The judge sees it. Mr. Brown, is there something you wish to add? Kody rises slowly. Yes, Your Honor. If Christine wishes to discuss control and betrayal, perhaps the court should also review what she's been concealing. Christine stiffens. What do you mean? Kody regards her, steady voice dark. The money. From the production contract. Angela scowls. What production contract? Kody smiles. Ask her. Ask Christine where the $40,000 went missing. Courtroom erupts. Cameras flash. Reporters yell. Christine stares at Kody in disbelief, her lips parting but no words coming out. Kody folds his arms, leaning back, the smugness returning. You wanted a war, Christine. Here it is. And just as Christine believes she's revealed every last secret, a new one emerges, capable of ruining her case entirely. Christine's heart thuds in her chest. Her air grows thick, as if every eye in the room is resting against her skin. The words repeat, short $40,000. Angela, her lawyer, rises quickly. Your Honor, the defense is making a baseless accusation. We have no prior knowledge of any such claim. Kody's attorney pushes a stack of documents onto the judge's table. Bank documents, he asserts. Money placed in an account in the name C. Allred, a pseudonym Christine used when she started working on an independent project without transparency. We have proof that this money was cashed out a day or two before she submitted her filing for separation. Christine's mouth drops, but no words are spoken. She glances at Angela, eyes wide. That's not what it appears, she breathes. The judge scowls. Mrs. Brown, can you tell me about these transactions? Christine inhales deeply. That money wasn't taken. It was my savings. I used my maiden name because I didn't want Kody knowing. I knew if he knew, he'd take it. Kody interrupts, voice rising. You mean our money? The money we earned from our show? Christine shakes her head. No, Kody. That was from my cookbook deal, something you told me not to do because you said it would make me look independent. A ripple of laughter runs through the courtroom gallery, swiftly cut down by the judge's gavel. But Kody does not retreat. He moves forward, voice edgy, on the verge of shaking with rage. You want to portray me as a monster, Christine, but the fact is, you lied. You kept money hidden. You wanted to go long before you were brave enough to tell me. Christine gazes at him, her eyes welling up with tears. You're right, she whispers. I wanted to leave much earlier than I did. Because I was afraid of you. The words hang with leaden weight. Even the judge stops speaking. Kody flinches, taken aback by her naked truth. When silence follows truth, it is not weakness, it's power that has finally found voice. The judge gestures for both attorneys to come forward to the bench. The microphones are shut off. No one can hear in the audience, but the tension is palpable. Kody's jaw clenches. Christine wipes at her eyes. The judge nods sternly. The judge waits for a moment, then speaks. We'll proceed with testimony. But I expect both sides to show decorum. Angela summons Christine back to the stand. Her voice shakes a little as she is sworn in again. Angela's voice becomes gentler. Christine, can you explain to the court why you felt the need to record that video of Kody in 2019? Christine breathes unsteadily. 'Cause I was scared he would spin the narrative. That's what he always did. I was sick of being gaslit. I wanted evidence. Angela nods. Were you ever in fear for your safety? Christine hesitates, nods. Not physical harm, but emotional harm. Each time I attempted to leave, he'd threaten to deny me access to our children. Or tell me the church would shame me. Kody interrupts. That's not true. The judge stops him brusquely. Mr. Brown, you'll have your chance. Christine's voice breaks. He said I'd die alone. No man would ever love me. My kids would hate me for ruining the family. I believed him. For years, I believed him. Courtroom is quiet once more. Even Robin, who sits behind Kody, starts to quietly weep. Christine goes on, her words more even now. But then one evening, I looked at my daughter. She had asked me why Mommy always cried in the kitchen. That's when I knew I had to leave. Not for him. Not for the cameras. For her. Angela allows the silence to remain. Does hurt, but it is true. Pain does not diminish when it is expressed, it simply ceases to control you. Kody's attorney attempts to deflect. Mrs. Brown, you've testified to fear and manipulation. And yet you stayed on the show, kept on filming, even smiling in front of the camera. Were you really repressed or were you acting? Christine's face gets cold. You think abuse doesn't apply makeup? You think control ceases the moment a camera is turned on? I smiled because if I didn't, I'd shatter. The attorney steps back, dumbfounded. The judge appears shaken but unbiased. Then Angela leans forward. Christine, did Kody ever threaten to share personal things publicly? Christine nods hesitantly. Yes. He said if I ever embarrassed him, he'd release private recordings. Talks about our religion, about the children. He told me, no one leaves me without consequences. Kody bangs his hand on the table. That's not true. The judge pounds the gavel. One more episode like that and I'll find you in contempt. He glares at Christine, his tone lowered now. You're breaking up this family. Christine gazes up, her own voice a mere whisper. No, Kody. You broke it a long time ago. The camera crews capture the tear running down her cheek as she turns away. A fleeting moment, but one that is like years of silence finally splitting open. Sometimes the strongest moment isn't the blow-up, it's the silence that follows when the truth finally hits. Court adjourns for lunch. Outside, journalists are buzzing once more. Christine, did you hide cash? Do you believe Robin betrayed you? Christine doesn't respond. She proceeds to the bench at the bottom of the steps and sits by herself. The wind blows softly through her hair. Robin comes cautiously, eyes bloodshot from tears. Christine, she says gently, I didn't know he'd do this. The money, the messages, I swear I didn't know. Christine regards her, weary but compassionate. You did what you had to do to survive him too. I don't blame you. Robin nods, weeping. I think he's losing it, Christine. He said last night if he falls, he'll take everyone with him. He's planning something. Christine's head snaps up. What do you mean? Robin gulps hard. He's got recordings. Of us. All of us. Even things we said off camera. Christine's gut drops. He wouldn't, Robin shakes her head. He would. The flashing lights go off once more as they both fall silent. Two women who were once enemies, now tied to the same fear. Foes turn friends when the only reality left is survival. Inside, the judge orders everyone to order. Kody's attitude has changed once more, too calm now, too staged. Angela leans in and whispers to Christine. He's scheming something. Remain calm no matter what. Kody stands, clearing his throat. Your Honor, he begins, I would like to submit new evidence. Audio recordings from the Brown family household, captured over several years. These will prove that Christine manipulated others into turning against me. The judge frowns. How were these obtained? Kody's lawyer smirks. Home security recordings, Your Honor. Legal within shared property. Christine's face goes pale. She remembers those cameras, the ones Kody insisted on installing for safety. Angela stands quickly. Your Honor, these were installed without Christine's consent in shared private areas. That's invasion of privacy. Kody interrupts coldly. They were for family protection. If she's innocent, she has nothing to hide. The judge sighs. We'll review the material in chambers before deciding admissibility. But Kody is not done. He glances at Christine, his words dripping with venom. You think you've embarrassed me, but you forgot one thing. The world already witnessed you lie once, and now they'll hear it in your own voice. The air becomes electric. Reporters move forward. Christine's mouth quivers, but she doesn't speak. When a secret is on the verge of emerging, even the bravest heart begins to tremble. As the court recesses for the day, Christine hurries away, her thoughts racing. Robin grasps her arm. He's bluffing, she tells herself as much as Christine. Christine isn't convinced, though. If he plays those tapes, she says softly, the truth won't hurt him alone, it'll hurt all of us. Robin nods. Then we have to stop him. And with that, the two ex-sister wives leave the courthouse side by side, unified for the first time not through love but through survival. Because sometimes the greatest battle isn't fought against your foes, it's against the specters you helped unleash. Morning is heavy and gray, as if the sky itself knows what's going to occur within that courtroom. Porters line the courthouse steps, microphones shining like small firearms. The air inside vibrates with tension. You can sense it before a storm breaks. Christine slips in quietly, head bent, her lawyer at her side. Robin's not far behind. They share a wordless look, no speech, only fear and tentative trust. Kody, however, he struts in with determination. His suit is pressed, his gait assertive, his face inscrutable. He's carrying something today, not a folder but a tiny black USB drive. The instant he sits, Christine senses it. Her fingers turn cold. That's it. That's what he threatened. The judge bangs the court to order. Mr. Brown, she says, the court will consider the recordings you have presented. Are you ready to proceed? Kody nods, speaking in a serene tone. Yes, Your Honor. These tapes will demonstrate the manipulation that occurred in secret, the lies Christine and others have told about me to portray me as a villain. Projector screen flickers to life. Courtroom becomes dim. The first tape plays. Christine's heart beats rapidly as the sound of her own voice fills the room. I can't do this anymore, her voice on the tape whispers. I'm sick of pretending. Maybe if we all told the truth, he couldn't control us anymore. Then another voice, Robin's, trembling. Christine, please. Don't do this. He'll find out. Courtroom gasps. Kody's attorney stops the tape. You can listen, Your Honor, as Mrs. Brown is planning how to get other wives to revolt against my client. These are not the speeches of a victim, these are the speeches of a plotter. Christine blinks rapidly. Tears prick, but she resists them. She recalls that evening very clearly, Robin in tears, the atmosphere charged. It wasn't rebellion. It was survival. Angela stands up. Your Honor, these recordings are taken out of context. They were recorded in private emotional discussions. They demonstrate nothing but fear brought about by years of manipulation. Kody smiles slightly, reclining in his chair. Fear? Or guilt? The judge addresses him sternly. Mr. Brown, you will hold your tongue until spoken to. The line between truth and manipulation is not always in what is spoken, it's in why it was recorded. One additional clip is permitted by the judge. This time, the courtroom hears Kody's voice. If any one of you embarrass this family, you'll regret it. You think people care about your pain? They'll laugh at you. You'll have nothing. The gallery murmurs with a ripple of emotion. Christine glances up at the judge, her tears finally breaking. That's the part he didn't want you to hear. That's what we lived with. Kody stands abruptly. That clip was altered. Angela immediately objects. Your Honor, the defense cannot claim alteration without proof. The judge nods. Noted. We'll review all original audio files before ruling. The gavel strikes, but the noise doesn't calm the room. The energy has shifted again. The once confident patriarch is cracking, and the world is watching. When power slips, it doesn't shatter quietly, it screams on the way down. At recess, Robin encounters Christine in the hallway. Her hands are trembling. "He has more," she whispers. "Not only audio, video. I saw it on his laptop last night. Private moments. The ones that would destroy us all." Christine's eyes grow wide. "What type of moments?" Robin pauses, tears glistening. "Discussions about the kids. About Mary. About the producers. He taped everything. He told us if anyone betrayed him, he'd post it all on the internet." Christine's breath hitches. "He wouldn't do," but before she can get out another word, the courtroom doors swing open once more. A bailiff calls them back. Inside, Kody's attorney declares, "Your Honor, the defense would like to present video evidence, designated Exhibit 22. Angela immediately objects. "We've had no time to verify authenticity." The judge frowns. "Proceed with caution. One clip only." The screen lights up again. The image is grainy, taken from what looks like a hidden camera. It shows Christine in her kitchen, speaking quietly to Janelle. Christine's recorded voice. "I can't keep doing this. He's dangerous when he's cornered." Janelle responds quietly. "Then you have to take care of yourself. Get what's yours first before he does." The video stops. Gasps ripple once more. Kody's attorney spins on his heels to face the judge. "Your Honor, that resembles a lot like premeditated fiscal impropriety." Angela's voice quavers with rage. "That was two women discussing fear, not theft. Are we really acting as if emotional survival is now a crime?" The face of the judge is stern but inscrutable. "We will determine relevance after review." Christine hangs her head. Too much. The exposure, the humiliation, even whispers behind closed doors transformed into a weapon. When someone makes your hurt evidence against you, you realize that truth can be used as a weapon. As the court recesses once more, Christine moves to the hallway and leans against the wall. She is breathing shallowly. Footsteps approach Janelle. "Christine," she says gently, "I just saw that. I recall that evening. You didn't take anything. You were afraid." Christine nods. "He's transforming fear into guilt." Janelle exhales. "Well, then it's time we transform guilt into bravery." She puts a slim folder in Christine's hands. Inside, printed emails. "I discovered these last night," Janelle says. "Bank statements. Transfers. To an account in Robin's name, thousands of dollars a month. Kody's signature." Christine's eyes go wide. "Are these for real?" Janelle nods. "You wanted evidence? There it is." He wasn't keeping family money safe. He was keeping it hidden. Christine's pulse slows again. Maybe this isn't finished. Just when you believe the storm gobbled you up, occasionally lightning strikes on the other side. Inside, Angela stands up again. "Your Honor, the plaintiff moves to present new evidence. Records that seem to reveal hitherto unknown financial transactions undertaken by Mr. Brown." Kody's attorney jumps up to object, but the judge grants it. Projector flashes again. Lines of numbers on the screen. Thousands of dollars transferred from the family trust into an account in Robin's full legal name. Courtroom erupts in a buzz of whispers. Kody's mask finally cracks. "That money was for expenses," he yells. Angela shoots back. "Expenses don't usually involve luxury jewelry and resort accommodations." The judge bangs the gavel. "Order." Kody's voice grows higher, shaking with anger. "You don't get it. I was doing it to protect the family." Christine rises, her tone calm but acid. "No, Kody. You were defending yourself." The judge glances between them, a woman taking back power and a man seeing his slip through his fingers. Control can't live in the light, only the darkness you won't confront. The day slows, the courtroom still abuzz. The judge at last exhales. "We will recess until morning." Both parties will bring in authenticity reports on all new evidence. Kody cedes across the room, his color gone. Christine breathes, not relief, not triumph, but fatigue. As the courtroom empties out, Robin stands against the door. She speaks low. "He's not finished, Christine. If you go down this path, he will annihilate himself to annihilate you." Christine gazes at her, her eyes resolute. "Then he'll finally know what it feels like to lose control." The final frame, Kody alone, his reflection in the dark courtroom glass. For the first time, his face isn't angry, scared. And when fear finally comes to the one who instilled it, that's when the reckoning really starts. Courtroom is as silent as a tomb when proceedings start. No whispers, no shuffling, only the tick of the clock ticking away above the judge's bench. Christine enters first, dressed in simple clothes, her hair tied back, her face unreadable. Trailing behind her, Angela has a folder full of papers, her last defense. Across the aisle, Kody sits, jaw clenched, folded hands. Robin sits 2 rows behind him, averted eyes. Previous session left all of them gasping. The allegations concerning the lost money have shifted everything. The judge clears her throat. "This court will continue with proceedings in Brown versus Brown. Mr. Brown, your team may continue." Kody's attorney stands, walking slowly. "Your Honor, yesterday we uncovered evidence indicating that Mrs. Brown might have abused money from the family's co-production agreement. We plan to demonstrate she took out $40,000 without authorization and benefited personally." Christine closes her eyes. Angela gets up straight away. "Your Honor, that charge is not just deceptive, it's heartless. We have complete records for all the money spent, and we will provide them now." The judge waves a hand. "Go ahead." Angela opens the folder and activates her remote. On the screen come pages of receipts, transfers, and statements. "These monies," she says, "were withdrawn on a trust. A trust in the name of Truly Brown, Christine's youngest daughter." Gasps circulate through the courtroom once more. Angela goes on, her voice shaking with tears. "Christine established the trust because she was worried that once the family dissolved, her daughter would be left without a safety net. She was making a safety net, not stealing." Christine's eyes well up with tears. She glances at the judge. "I didn't want to hurt anyone," she says quietly. "I just wanted my child to be okay. You can take everything from me, but not her future." Oftentimes, the truth does not set you free, it shatters your heart in the public square first. The judge reads through the papers intently. "Mr. Hale," she addresses Kody's attorney, "do you contest the validity of this trust document?